Good afternoon and welcome to the daily video check-in for today, Tuesday, September 8th. I am here in our sanctuary with a little backwards look at our sanctuary. You're looking out into the congregation. Of course, there isn't a congregation here right now, and sadly there won't be physically for some time. But as I've been doing this series during the month of Elul, helping us look at different prayers and helping us to prepare for these days of awe for the high holidays, I thought today, as I've been here in our sanctuary, you can see my outfit as we've been preparing and even pre-recording certain elements to bring for all of you, for our community, hopefully as engaging and fulfilling an experience as possible. I thought I would show you a little bit of the preparations that we're doing here. So I'm going to move out of the way, and you can see behind me a mixing board and video equipment, cameras, microphones, all sorts of things that are helping to create what I really hope will be a beautiful high holidays, even if it won't include us physically coming together in this beautiful sanctuary. I have one prayer I'd like to focus on today, and it's a prayer I'm just making up. But I'm going to put it in terms of probably the most seminal of high holiday prayers, Avinu Malkeinu. Avinu Malkeinu is really a series of all sorts of requests. It's what's known as a petitionary prayer, asking God for help in any number of ways. And so I'm going to add amongst the list of the traditional elements of Avinu Malkeinu, where we say things like Shema Kolenu, hear our voice, and inscribe us in the book of life in the year to come. Things like that, I'm going to add Avinu Malkeinu, our Father, our King, our God, our Parent, our Ruler. Please help all of this technology, all of these elements, everything that is new and challenging this year, let it all come together for a beautiful and moving high holiday experience for all of us. I hope that it all works. That is my petition in Avinu Malkeinu at this time. So, and I always like to add a little bit of music for all of you. So, being that we're talking about Avinu Malkeinu, there are actually several traditional melodies, and I'll share just a couple with you. You all know, probably the most well-known melody at this point was composed by Max Janowski, a German immigrant to the United States who is based in Chicago, and he wrote, Avinu Malkeinu, Shema Kolenu. That beautiful setting. And if you want to hear a beautiful setting, I would point you to one of two very different recordings. You can find Barbra Streisand singing it beautifully on YouTube, or Jan Pierce does a phenomenal job as well. So go listen to one of those. And of course, there's the folk tune for Avinu Malkeinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chonenu Vanenu, Avinu Malkeinu, Chonenu Vanenu, Ki ein banu masim. And then I'm going to sing for you a little bit of one other traditional melody that we don't do so much anymore, but kind of was a predecessor to Janowski, what you might have heard in Reform synagogues prior to the 50s or 60s when Janowski wrote his piece. You might have heard, Avinu Malkeinu ein lanu ata. Another beautiful setting, but one that isn't so much in vogue. And then there's one newer setting that I find particularly beautiful by Michael Isaacson, a contemporary composer who wrote Avinu Malkeinu Chonenu Vanenu Ki ein banu masim. Avinu Malkeinu. It's a lovely setting. You can find that one by Michael Isaacson as well. So I hope that my Avinu Malkeinu petitionary request is granted for all of our sakes, And I hope for each of us, when we make those requests, those petitions, and say, Avinu Malkeinu, our God, our parent, our sovereign, please, Shema Kolenu, listen to our voice and grant these earnest requests.